Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 964 days, Ukraine defends itself against the forces of the Russian invasion. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelenskyy summed up the ferocity of Russian attacks against Ukraine this week. According to him, in just 7 days, Russia has dropped about 900 guided aerial bombs on Ukraine. In addition to the bombs, Russia launched 40 missiles and 400 attack drones of various types. Reports Novinarnya. Quote, "No nation should have to endure such trials alone. Our partners have the ability to provide the necessary quantity and quality of air defense systems, make decisions for our sufficient long-range capabilities, and ensure the timely delivery of defensive aid to our troops. Time must not be wasted, a clear signal of resolve must be sent," unquote, said the head of state. In his evening video address, the president promised that Kyiv will continue to present its strategy for forcing Russia into peace to its European partners. Ukraine and its partners continue to work out the details of the victory plan. Quote, "There are some additional issues that need to be agreed upon with our partners, but our partners have all the necessary potential, and it is entirely realistic to strengthen our state's positions, Ukraine's positions, in the way necessary for a just peace," unquote. Volodymyr Zelenskyy spoke about an increasing alliance between Russia and regimes like North Korea. Quote, "This is no longer just about transferring weapons, it is actually about transferring people from North Korea to the occupying military forces," unquote, said the president. According to him, obviously, in such circumstances, Kyiv's relations with partners need to develop further. The Ukrainian leader said that when we talk about giving greater long-range capabilities and more decisive supplies for the Ukrainian forces, it is not just a list of military equipment. It's about increasing the pressure on an aggressor, pressure that will be stronger than what Russia can take. We would really appreciate if you could rate us, ideally with 5 stars, and leave a glowing review in the app where you're listening to this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and others. This really helps more people to find out about the highlights from Ukraine and truth about Russia's invasion. German media outlet Spiegel informs that US President Joe Biden is planning a visit to Germany next week, which was postponed due to Hurricane Milton, reports European Pravda. On 12th of October, Joe Biden was supposed to chair a meeting at the level of leaders of countries and governments of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group, so-called Ramstein format. However, due to the approach of Hurricane Milton to the Florida coast, he called off his trip to Europe. Later it became known that the Ramstein meeting was postponed to a date yet to be determined. The unnamed official said that the organization of Biden's visit is already been discussed on the sidelines of the German government and security agencies. The official meetings with German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and Chancellor Olaf Scholz are scheduled for Friday, 18th October. Spiegel states that the visit of the US president is likely to be devoted to the same political issues, primarily further actions by Ukraine's Western allies and the war in the Middle East. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, a commercial initiative of just 2 people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.